Have you ever wondered why, even with a clean home, unwanted visitors like ants, cockroaches, and other pests keep showing up? The truth is that often, without realizing it, we leave irresistible invitations for these intruders. These are small details in our daily lives that, for them, mean a feast or a perfect shelter, transforming our home into a true five-star hotel for these little critters. Get ready to uncover the 7 secrets you are probably unknowingly offering on a silver platter to urban pests. In this video, we'll reveal common habits that attract ants, cockroaches, and company, and best of all, we'll show you how to reverse this situation simply and effectively. Stay until the end and discover how to make your home truly inhospitable to these unwelcome guests. Chapter 1: The Invisible Danger of Crumbs. Did you know that tiny crumbs and food scraps that fall on the floor, linger on countertops, or hide in the sofa are a real feast for ants and cockroaches? To us, they might seem insignificant, a small piece of bread or a few forgotten drops of juice. However, for these tiny invaders, every crumb is a source of abundant energy and nutrition, an irresistible invitation to set up shop in your home. Imagine the scene. You finish eating and some crumbs scatter unnoticed, or that melted chocolate on the tablecloth is left for later. These small oversights are quickly detected by pests. Ants, for example, send scouts who, upon finding this gold mine, return to the nest and summon the rest of the colony to the party. The problem worsens when these food remnants remain accessible for too long. A single crumb might not attract hundreds of pests at once, but the consistency and accumulation of these small food sources ensure a continuous supply. This allows colonies to grow and strengthen inside, or very close to your home environment. Surface cleaning is often not enough to eliminate these invisible invitations. Sweeping without collecting all the crumbs or wiping down the counter without removing sticky residues leaves traces. A more detailed and frequent cleaning is crucial, especially in areas where food is consumed, such as the kitchen, dining room, and even the sofa. Therefore, to prevent your home from becoming a 24-hour restaurant for ants and cockroaches, the golden rule is clean immediately. Don't put it off. Crumbs and food scraps should be removed as soon as consumption is finished. This simple action can cut off one of the main attraction routes for these unwanted visitors. Chapter 2: Trash Cans, a Pest Paradise. Your trash can, especially the one in the kitchen, is one of the most critical points and a real magnet for a myriad of pests if not properly maintained. Uncovered trash cans are like a neon sign inviting cockroaches, flies, and even rodents to a feast. The smell of decomposing organic waste spreads through the air, acting as a beacon for these unwelcome visitors, signaling the presence of easy and abundant food. Even with a lid, the trash can be a problem if it's not regularly sanitized. Food scraps leaking from the trash bag, liquids, and spoiled fruit juices dripping to the bottom of the bin create a damp environment rich in organic matter. This scenario is ideal for the proliferation of bacteria, fungi, and consequently for the development and attraction of pests that feed on these residues. Consider cockroaches, for example. They are nocturnal and venture into the dirtiest corners in search of food. A full trash can with exposed waste is the perfect place for them to reproduce and hide. Cockroach eggs are laid in places with easy access to food and moisture, and the inside of a dirty trash can perfectly fit this description. The frequency with which you empty the trash can is also crucial. Leaving accumulated trash for days, especially in warmer climates, accelerates the decomposition process and intensifies the odor. This delay in disposal transforms the trash can into a potential nest, attracting pests from the entire neighborhood to your home in search of this abundant and easily accessible resource. The solution is simple but requires discipline. Use trash cans with tight-fitting lids, preferably with a foot pedal, to avoid direct contact and odor dispersion. Additionally, make it a habit to empty the kitchen trash daily, and at least once a week wash it with soap and water, or even with a bleach solution to eliminate any residue and disinfect the container. Chapter 3. Dirty Dishes, the Nightly Feast. Leaving dirty dishes accumulated in the sink for a long time is, without a doubt, one of the most direct and obvious invitations for pests like cockroaches and ants. Those plates with food scraps, greasy pans, and dirty cutlery offer a plentiful and easily accessible banquet during the night, when these insects emerge from their hiding spots in search of food. It's a true self-service, restaurant open 24 hours a day for them. Standing water and humidity that accumulate in the sink are also a major attraction. Cockroaches, in particular, are drawn to moisture, and a sink full of dirty dishes provides both food and water, creating the perfect environment for them to feel at home and even reproduce. The combination of food and water is irresistible for the survival and proliferation of these pests. The smell of decomposing food scraps is another crucial factor. Even if you don't notice a strong odor for the keen sense of smell of a cockroach or an ant, the aroma of decaying food is a clear signal of an abundant food source. This smell spreads throughout the house, guiding pests directly to your sink, even if they are hidden in distant crevices. The lack of immediate dishwashing allows residues to dry and stick, making removal more difficult and creating sticky surfaces that trap even more dirt and debris. This not only complicates your life when it's time to wash, but also offers a hard-to-reach spot for you to clean, while pests take advantage to consume the remnants. The solution to this problem is simple. Wash dishes immediately after meals. Don't let them accumulate. If immediate washing isn't possible, remove excess food from plates and let them soak in soapy water. This practice drastically reduces the smell, prevents remnants from drying and becoming harder to remove, and most importantly, eliminates the easy food source for nocturnal pests. Chapter 4. Poorly Sealed Foods, Open Pantry. Your pantry can be a true paradise for pests like ants, cockroaches, and even weevils if food items are not properly sealed. Items such as sugar, flour, grains, and cereals, when left in their original open packaging or in containers without an airtight seal, are an open invitation. These products are rich sources of carbohydrates and sugars, essential for the survival and reproduction of these pests. Ants are masters at finding the tiniest hole in packaging. Once inside, they can contaminate the entire package, and the whole colony will be notified about this food source. Cockroaches, in turn, are attracted by the smell of food and the ease of access, transforming your pantry into a nightly dining hall and a safe hiding place. Beyond direct consumption, contamination is a serious risk. Pests that circulate through sewers and trash cans can carry bacteria and other microorganisms to your food. By invading open packages, they not only feed but also leave residues, feces, and can lay eggs, making the food unfit for human consumption and a health hazard. Often, the main concern is the expiration date, but the storage method is equally crucial. An open bag of flour, for example, can attract weevils that quickly settle and reproduce, contaminating not only that flour but potentially spreading to other items in the pantry. Small holes or tears are enough for invasion. The solution is simple and effective. Invest in airtight plastic or glass containers to store all dry foods. Transfer the contents from original packages to these sealed containers. Keep the pantry clean, free of crumbs or spills, and conduct regular inspections for signs of pests. This preventive measure ensures the safety of your food and keeps these unwanted visitors away. Chapter 5. Leaks and Humidity, the Cockroach Spa. If there's one thing cockroaches love, it's excessive humidity and water leaks. For them, a dripping faucet, a leaking pipe, or a constantly damp area in the bathroom is like a luxury spa. Water is essential for the survival of all creatures, and for cockroaches, who can survive days without food but not without water, these damp spots are a vital resource and an irresistible invitation. Humidity not only attracts cockroaches, but also creates an environment conducive to the proliferation of mold and mildew, which serve as food for some pest species. Dark, damp places, such as under the sink, behind the refrigerator, or in leaky cabinets, become ideal hiding spots and breeding grounds for these insects. They feel safe and have abundant resources in these environments. Often, these leaks are silent and invisible, occurring inside walls or under the floor, going unnoticed by us. However, for cockroaches, the smell of humidity and the availability of water are easily detected, leading them directly to the problem. That's why, even with a clean house, you might find cockroaches in seemingly random locations. Lack of ventilation in areas like bathrooms and laundry rooms also contributes to moisture buildup, creating a pleasant climate for pests. Shower steam, drying clothes, and even condensation on windows can generate enough humidity to attract and keep these unwanted visitors in your home. To prevent your home from becoming a spa for cockroaches, it's essential to repair leaks immediately, whether visible or suspected. Regularly check pipes, sinks, toilets, and showers. Use dehumidifiers in very damp areas if necessary, and ensure good ventilation in bathrooms and kitchens. Keeping your home dry is one of the best defenses against these pests. Chapter 6: Cracks and Holes, the entry points. Those small cracks and holes in walls, baseboards, or around pipes are not just aesthetic imperfections. They are, in fact, the main entry points and hiding places for a variety of pests. Ants, cockroaches, spiders, and even small rodents use these openings as access routes into your home, seeking shelter, food, and a safe place to build their nests. Often, we underestimate the ability of these insects and small animals to squeeze into tiny spaces. An ant can enter through an almost imperceptible crack, and a cockroach can flatten its body to pass through incredibly narrow gaps. These cracks serve as true direct access tunnels from the outside or from other areas of the house to your kitchen or pantry. These holes are not just entry points, they also function as perfect hiding places. During the day, pests take refuge in these dark, protected crevices, coming out at night to search for food and water. A crack behind the stove or a hole in the baseboard of the sink cabinet becomes an ideal shelter, difficult to reach during daily cleaning. The humidity and heat that can accumulate within these cracks and holes also contribute to making them attractive. If there's a small leak or moisture nearby, these openings become even more inviting, offering not only shelter but also ideal conditions for pest survival and reproduction in a safe, isolated environment. The solution is to conduct a thorough inspection of your entire home, especially in areas like the kitchen, bathrooms, and laundry room. Identify and seal all cracks, holes and fissures in walls, floors, baseboards, and around pipes with spackle, plaster, silicone, or cement, depending on the material. This simple measure can drastically cut off pest access routes and hiding spots. Chapter 7: Accumulation of Clutter, the Pest Condominium. The accumulation of clutter, old newspapers, and boxes in the backyard or garage is the seventh invitation you might be extending to pests, and perhaps one of the most effective. These disused materials create a true multifamily condominium for cockroaches, rodents, spiders, scorpions, and a host of other unwanted visitors. They offer shelter, protection from predators, and a safe environment to reproduce away from human disturbance. Cardboard boxes, piles of wood, broken tiles, and even heaps of dry leaves provide not only perfect hiding places, but also environments with the humidity and darkness that many pests prefer. It is in these places that cockroaches can deposit their ootheca egg capsules, and rats can build their nests, ensuring the continuity of their populations very close to your home. Think of your backyard or garage as an extension of your home. If these areas are disorganized and full of unused objects, they become a buffer zone for pests. They settle there, reproduce, and in search of food or new areas to colonize, end up migrating into your residence, finding an easy path. In addition to shelter, Clutter can hide food sources. Small food scraps that fall in the garage, seeds, or even smaller insects that feed on the decaying material itself can attract larger pests. It's a cycle. Accumulation attracts insects, which in turn attract other predators, creating an undesirable ecosystem right on your property. The best way to prevent the accumulation of clutter from becoming a pest nest is to conduct periodic cleaning and organization of backyards, garages, and storage areas. Discard what you don't use, organize what you need to keep on elevated shelves and in sealed containers. Keep the grass trimmed and remove piles of leaves or branches. This proactive approach eliminates condominiums and makes your property inhospitable to these unwelcome guests. Conclusion: see how small habits and daily oversights can turn into real invitations for ants, cockroaches, and other pests? Throughout this video, we've unveiled the 7 secrets that, without realizing it, you might be offering to these unwanted visitors. From a simple crumb on the floor to accumulated clutter in the backyard, every point we covered is an open door to infestation. But the good news is that the solution is in your hands with simple daily actions. Now that you know these invitations, you are capable of transforming your home into an inhospitable environment for pests. Remember, cleanliness, organization, and attention to detail are your greatest weapons. We hope these tips help you keep your home free of these intruders. If you liked the video, give it a like and share it with friends and family who also need this information. And to not miss more content like this, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. See you next time.